Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for Monday, June 16th, 2025. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen D. Martino. Well, it is cool, it is damp, but changes are on the way that we'll see over the next couple of days. For more details on what to expect with the weather pattern heading into July and also some tropical development, well, maybe not, but we'll take a look and see what's going on. For all those details and more, definitely check out the Premium Consulting membership, only $15 a month. And of course, if you would like to help this channel out, it actually helps out a lot. It allows for these videos to expand to other people that may not be following. Please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and definitely spread the word. So that is how you can help out. Now, let's talk about the cool weather. Well, we have an onshore flow, and that means a maritime air mass is in place coming in from the northern Atlantic. And that's leading to temperatures generally in the lower to mid 60s for most of the region, mid to upper 60s in Connecticut, where we have a little bit more sunshine. But notice a lot of the reds and purples here within our full circles. This means cloudy, and this means it's a low ceiling. So our visibility is below 2 miles in many of these locations, and over not 8 miles, even as high as over 10 miles in a few locations, depending on the level of the clouds and the fog and the drizzle and the scattered showers around the region. So generally a damp, cool day is on the way with temperatures not moving all that much. I know it's June, but we're pretty much stuck in the 60s and a few 70s here and there. You can see on the WeatherTap radar and surface map, we have our stationary front to the south with a few scattered showers here and there. In fact, let's refresh this real fast and get this updated. You can see this band right here might actually lift up and skirt Philadelphia and move through southern New Jersey as a moderate downpour or two for the most part. And it's hard for the radar to pick up because the rainfall is so fine. You have a lot of drizzle out there that's being reported, but it's not really showing up on the radar all that well unless you get into clear air mode. But then when you're in clear air mode, everything gets picked up. So it's even harder to see that. So basically, you have to go by your observations. This is why you should never just do radar alone when it comes to precipitation. You want to look at the observations as well, see what might be missing. And within a couple of these showers with so much moisture in the atmosphere, well, it opens up the potential for a moderate downpour here and there. On the infrared satellite picture, notice the clouds are generally gray here, not many blues. And so that means there isn't a lot of lifting. So the precipitation isn't really all that heavy, aside from a rogue shower here and there with a moderate downpour. This feature back here is what we're going to be watching for on Wednesday and Thursday, because this feature will force the stationary front to lift northward on Wednesday, producing scattered showers and a few thunderstorms. And then this feature will lift up through the Great Lakes, and that's going to lead to a cold front moving through our region, opening up the potential for scattered showers and maybe a few strong thunderstorms. I can't rule out an isolated severe thunderstorm in that environment, and much hotter temperatures. Say goodbye to the 60s and 70s and hello to the 80s and 90s. And with that, increasing humidity as well. So test out your air conditioner. You're going to need it as we move forward over the next couple of days. So let's dive into our forecast for today. Cloudy, cool, damp. Temperatures ranging from the mid to upper 60s along the coast, mid to upper 60s over the interior, and upper 60s to lower 70s on the I-95 corridor, especially around Philadelphia. For tonight into tomorrow morning, rinse and repeat. Cloudy, damp, drizzle, some areas of fog, low temperatures in the lower to mid 60s. And tomorrow afternoon, same thing, rinse and repeat. Cloudy skies, scattered showers, drizzle, high temperatures, a little bit warmer because we're going to get a little bit less rainfall, a little bit less drizzle. So you're looking at upper 60s to lower 70s along the coast, lower to mid 70s over the interior, and mid to upper 70s on the I-95 corridor. Still below normal, but not as cool as today because the wind trajectory is going to be more from the east-southeast rather than the east-northeast. So a little bit different air mass source coming in more from the Bahamas rather than the Gulf of Maine. It makes a slight difference. Now, on Tuesday night into Wednesday, the stationary front will lift north as a warm front. And that's going to lead to scattered showers and a few thunderstorms here and there, and also more breaks of sunshine. So this is going to open up the potential for low temperatures ranging from the mid to upper 60s and high temperatures ranging from the mid to upper 70s over the northern interior, lower to mid 70s on Long Island, upper 70s to lower 80s along the coast, and lower to mid 80s on the I-95 corridor. Wednesday night into Thursday morning, quiet conditions, scattered cloud cover. Look for low temperatures ranging from the mid to upper 60s over the interior in your suburbs, upper 60s to lower 70s in your urban areas. On Thursday afternoon, more sunshine, but also more humidity and higher temperatures. Look for high temperatures ranging from the lower to mid 80s over the northern interior, upper 70s to lower 80s on Long Island, lower to mid 80s along the coast, and mid 80s to lower 90s on the I-95 corridor. Why is there a range? Well, it kind of depends on how much sunshine we see. If the showers and thunderstorms from the approaching cold front come in a little bit faster, that will cut down on our high temperature potential. But for right now, there's some question on the timing of these thunderstorms. So I'm going to give you that range from mid 80s if the thunderstorms come in earlier to lower 90s if they come in later in the afternoon, because it gives you more time, more sunshine, more ability to warm up. But in the afternoon, evening, that cold front will move through with scattered showers and thunderstorms, and a few of those thunderstorms may reach severe levels. On Friday, a secondary trough moves through with the potential for a few scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Temperatures will range from the upper 50s, mid to upper 50s over the northern interior, lower to mid 60s along the coast, and high temperatures will range from the upper 70s over the northern interior, lower to mid 80s along the coast. On Saturday, high pressure will be in control. There's a threat here for an isolated thunderstorm here because we're going to be dealing with a more humid, more unstable air mass. So on Saturday, you'll have low temperatures ranging from the lower to mid 60s over the interior in your suburbs, mid to upper 60s in your urban areas. High temperatures will range from the lower to mid 80s over the interior and along the immediate coast, mid to upper 80s on the I-95 corridor. On Sunday, rinse and repeat. Scattered cloud cover, can't rule out an isolated thunderstorm in the afternoon. Increasing humidity, low temperatures will range from the lower to mid 70s. You can see what that humidity does. And also high temperatures will range from the mid to upper 80s along the coast and over the northern interior, upper 80s to lower 90s on the I-95 corridor. And then on Monday, high pressure and complete control. Look for plenty of sunshine. Low temperatures will range from the lower to mid 70s over the interior, mid to upper 70s along the coast, and high temperatures will range from the mid to upper 80s on Long Island, upper 80s to lower 90s on the immediate coast and over the interior, and mid to possibly upper 90s on the I-95 corridor. So summer is on the way and it's right around the corner. We'll see whether we see that range. It kind of depends on some mid-level factors, which we talked about in the premium video today. But certainly, we are definitely moving towards a more tropical air mass and a tropical weather pattern, which introduces temperatures that are more seasonable, maybe even above normal, and also the potential here for isolated thunderstorms that we're going to have to keep an eye out for via outflow boundaries over the interior and also sea breeze fronts along the coast. So we'll keep an eye on that. That is your video discussion for today. Have a wonderful day, and as always, stay safe out there.